Hey. Yeah. Hi. Oh man. How is how are you? How's how Hello? Did you guys enjoy? Did you guys enjoy? I hope you guys enjoyed. Here you go. Bam. Oh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? That sounds familiar. Give credit where it's due. This was a beautiful instrumental arranged by Raining Marbles. I commissioned them a while back, and I've been using it as my background music for a long time, and I think it came out very well. But I hope everything was enjoyable. I think my let me see, I think I need to fix that. Did I do amazing? Let me see. It's probably I think I need to. My chat has not updated, which is totally fine, understandable. Oh, it's been so long. It's been like, I haven't seen you guys in 5 years. All right. Well, thank you so much everyone who enjoyed the 3D reveal. Wow, I cannot believe it is finally out. I think so this stream I'm really gonna focus on just talking about behind the scenes and just everything that kind of led up to this moment. And I just want to say, first of all, I really wanted to thank everyone behind the scenes. Obviously there was me and there was all the guests, but behind there was a group of incredibly talented individuals who really was essential. in making this all happen. So really, genuinely, thank you so much to the team who edited the video, who directed this, you know, and the sound design, and of course, all my beautiful managers who helped out as well. Thank you so much, and of course to all my, you know, my gem mates, Dopey and Mello. Thank you so much. You know, you guys barged in and, you know, absolutely killed it, and of course all my guests as well. Thank you so much for making the time to come in as well. Yeah, no, there's so much I want to talk about. It was listen, I'm obviously probably not allowed to say exactly when, but this was recorded not too long ago, and I really during that entire time I was just thinking, I want to reveal this so much, you know. I got like 5 drafts or like 10 drafts, and like I had to review every time, you know, just to make sure that everything was good, everything looked good, you know, everything was, and I was just constantly you know, just so many editing, so much updates, so much reviewing. Yeah, no, and I think I just want to start off by saying I'm so blessed, really, I really am, to have had this opportunity. I think it's something I've always dreamed about, and I am genuinely just so happy that I was able to do this. It was one of my goals, definitely one of my goals, and one of my I forgot to turn on a translation. That's what I forgot. It's definitely one of my goals that I wanted to reach, and I wouldn't have been able to do it, of course, with, you know, without being here. So genuinely, thank you. Let's see here. Let me just quickly turn on my translations here for people. Let's see. Is it working? Hello. Speech recognition language. Hello. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of, I mean, I want to hear from you guys first. What part of the 3D did you guys enjoy the most? I mean, because obviously I had a great time, but I think that's the biggest question I have, you know? What did you guys enjoy? All of it, the soul turning gold, the OG song, the cafe one. You like the cafe? Oh, I have things to talk about the cafe. Oh my god. The original song, well, you are in luck, because the original song I will be properly releasing in, I think, about next month, with a solid music video as promised, and hopefully on various platforms as well. I hope it would. That's the plan. So we shall see. I think it'll be really cool. I think it will be awesome. Okay, sorry. This translation is just not working. I'm sorry. Why is it? It's like I haven't streamed in like 5 years, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? What is this? Who are you? I don't know. I don't know what this is. Wait, if I do this, and is there like a save button? Okay. Click on. Hello. 됐다. Okay. See, that's why they call me. That's why they call me the best, because I'm professional like this. There we go. Okay, that should help. That should help people who can't understand me. Now move myself down here. Okay, so all right. Sorry, thank you so much for waiting. So much to talk about, really. So I'm gonna be talking about mainly the behind the scenes, or you know, some screenshots, and you know, kind of just go over the 3D in general. And then after that, I'll be moving into membership, where I'll really be getting into more of the behind the scenes, kind of like, you know, my interactions with staff, and of course, some of the guests, and how that happens. Really, genuinely, I also wanted to thank Kagame Senpai so much for making time during his really busy schedule. Wasn't that awesome though? Like, were you guys expecting Kagame Senpai to pop out? Were you guys expecting Kagame Senpai to and just appear? So, come on, that was awesome, no? Was because I saw, you know, a lot of people was bringing like, you know, one special guest, right? You know, there was a cinnamon roll before. We had there was a Luca before, and of course Melico brought in an incredible comedian as well. And for me, I was thinking, so brought my friends, you know, Lucy, Cass, my gen mates, all of the KR senpais, of course, beautiful people, and of course Juno and Nova. And I was thinking, this is really cool, this is awesome. Now I do want one like surprise guest, right? One surprise guest. I'm thinking, who should I do? And I was actually talking to staff, so I could technically invite anyone, right? It's like, yeah, as long as you have the money for it. I'm like, oh sure. So I was like, Lee Dong-wook. They're like, and I'm like, okay, maybe not Lee Dong-wook. How about そうだね。Lee Dong-wookはそうだね. And I was like, okay, how about Faker? I'm like, How about Plave? So I was considering it, and I realized I'm flat ass broke. So I was thinking, who can I invite that would be special still, very much special to me, to all of you, because you know, all these Korean celebrities would have been really cool for sure, but it wasn't really like I mean, they don't know me. I don't really know them, right? I'll just have been like, whoa, Faker sama, and he'll be like, shit, bring some Godzilla. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not. But I was thinking I want to bring someone more special, someone more important, and I was thinking, well, the best person I could imagine would be my brother. So, not 내 동생 말고 my big brother. My big brother. So, it was the most natural choice, and really it was very nice. So that scene. So just to start, the entire storyline of the 3D was something that I drafted. Also along with my manager at the time as well. We were just kind of discussing how we should convey the story, you know, maybe some directions on how to do it, and you know, I think what was at the time, this was we started kind of drafting the 3D and storyboarding the 3D by like last year. I remember I was very lost. I was like, I know I want to do the 3D, obviously it's a really cool opportunity, but I have no idea what I want to do. I'm like, I could dance, maybe. The Gangnam Style I really wanted to do, but you know, I was literally in the stadium like, Mana-san, can I do the, you know, can I do the thing, you know, the little thing? And they're like, it's like, it's a very popular dance, very copyrighted. It's very copyrighted too. I'm like, oh, you're right. Is the song not available? Maybe I could do a short, right? Because I feel like shorts have a different kind of thing. Maybe. So I'll look into that. Yeah. So I was trying to sneak it in a little bit, but they were like, there. I'm like, no, I'm innocent. So maybe hopefully in the future, because I remember I promised that to you guys, and I'm a man who doesn't break his promises. But I was so I tried to sneak it in, didn't work. They caught me. You know what they did let though? they did allow Juna to say testicular torsion on stream. Oh, there's numbers now. So when Nova and Juna came, I was expecting Unhinged. But then well, okay, honestly, the period cramps, I was like, alright, understandable. I could see that happening, you know what I mean? I could see that happening, right? But but then they describe, so what is that pain like? And she was like, imagine testicular torsion. I literally stared right to my manager. Manager-san, staff-san, and believe it or not, they actually talked to the other staff. I remember it was so funny. And Juna, I love you. It's totally fine, by the way. If you're watching, it's totally fine. I just remember when that happens. After recording happened, I looked to my side, and then the staff members were all talking. They were all talking, and they were like, testicular torsion. And then they started laughing. And they're like, and they were just having like this I still cannot believe they let it go. They actually let it happen. So we're good. Chat, we're good. We're fine. It worked out. It's just, that was funny. It's like, Juna, you realize this is like we ain't Kansas anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's not. We ain't Kansas anymore. But that's only a part of things that I wanted to share. I mean, let's. I'm just want to quickly talk about this for instance. I wish I had more time to take screenshots, but I was too focused on like watching the thing with you. so I don't really have that many. Let me see here. Or actually, maybe I could ask my managers. Manager sans. Or not manager, sorry, mod sans. I don't know why you said manager. Can you go through the live quickly and maybe take out some iconic screenshots I can discuss on screen? The reason I'm asking my mods and not me is because if I do it myself, then this beautiful music stops. How do I do this here? What is that? Okay. So I just want to, let's quickly talk about this. I mean, look at this. I'm gonna cover chat just for 1 second. Hopefully that's okay. I mean, I just want to start off by saying, look at how, like, holy moly, no? Right? Let me just move out the way for a second. Wow, that's so similar. No? They I don't know how they did it, but like they really, like, that's my room. That's my room right there. No? That's literally my room with the table, with the chair. I mean, oriented a little differently, but like even the ceiling, the outside of XSOLEIL City. I mean, come on, that's sick, no? That's really awesome. I remember when I first asked about, like, I think when I first asked, well, actually no, when Staff-san actually first asked me, like, all right, Ver, is there like a custom room you want to make, right? And I'm like, no. I have no idea. Like, what do you mean custom room? They're like, well, you know, like a lot of livers, they have their, like, you know, they have their room. You know, a lot of people, you know, have their own room and they bring it to life. I'm like, oh, okay. And I was like thinking about it. I'm like, so are you able to make my room? They're like, they looked at it and they're like, and they're like, all right, let me cook. And then, wow, they really did a good job here. So I'm beyond surprised when I saw this. I remember when I saw this, I was like, oh, no way. Wow. And I was beyond surprised. Like, it was incredible. Yeah, no, for sure. I say this again, but the behind the scenes team were just incredible, just absolutely wonderful, and I'm so happy that they were able to do this for me. And also this, let's talk about this too, right? Wow, I mean, Sayre is one thing, but if you look at the back, like they this is more or less custom made. So they used a castle that they had, of course. But then they threw it in, and then they added the coloring, the moon, and of course the little spikes on the bottom. It was. I remember when I first saw this, I was like, no way, this was actually like incredible. It was awe-inspiring. It's wonderful. I was genuinely like, yo, my 3D is gonna be so lit. Yeah, my 3D is gonna be so lit. And speaking of, so when I was talking to them about the storyboarding, I was like, Staff-san, so I have this so Staff-san, I have this thing called lore, right? And I just want to say the director was so kind, because I never thought I would ever be in the moment of like sitting down and actually talking to staff about my lore, actual working people in the workforce who are, I mean, sure, are into this, but probably more normies than than I am. And I'm like, let me tell you about my lore. And I discussed about this tiger who happens to be a spirit, who's super blue, who has fire. He's like he has this chain around him. If you see on my lore 3.0, has the same collar. And I'm like, yeah, he's my enemy, so I need to fight this guy, right? I need to fight him. And they showed me the model. I mean, it looks really good. It looks really good. You gotta admit, that looks really good. Oh man. Like this scene right here, with the castle in the background and the tiger in front. Oh, that, like, he oh yeah, actually, here's a funny thing. When we were recording this scene, I was like, Staff-san came to me and I was like, all right, Barry, so here we have this tiger. And at the time, the tiger size was like maybe like up to my waist. I was like, here's the tiger model. How big do you want this to be? And I remember I was like, moto dekai, more large, please, like much larger, please. And they're like, okay. And then they made it about the size to my head, like up to my height, right? Which is already pretty short, but it's up to my head. And I remember looking to my manager, I'm like, Ana-san, I'm too scared to say this, but can you like tell them bigger? Can you tell them bigger, please, in Japanese? And we settled on this, right? So now Sarah's like quite literally like 3 times my size, almost the size of the castle, which made a really cool scene when we were running towards it. Which actually, there's a funny moment about that too, about the running moment. But I'll tell them in my membership. But that is a really funny moment there too. So yeah, I mean that's how Sayre came to be. It was just a tiger model, and then we just like discussed like moto dekai onegai shimasu, and then bam, that's this. Alright, so after that scene, right? After that scene, we had our little moments of our gen mates, of course. I mean, this was fun. This was a lot of fun. you know, it was a slight shame that, you know, Dopey couldn't come out as his proper VD, but, you know, totally understandable, of course. In fact, I feel like, and what I love about Dopey is, you know, despite that, he owned it and he made it work. You know, he was like, I found this in the closet and things like that. We had a lot of fun. Mellow Kusama, you know, just, I mean, I've been, you know, here's the thing. Ever since I came back from the recording, I have begun I have begun to call Meloko Mello-sama all the time now. Mello-sama, because this is something you can only experience when she's in person, but like she exudes this aura of like, huh, I am here because I'm a professional. And it was really cool. But even her coolness wasn't able to stand against Dopey silliness. Yeah, Mello-sama was Mello-sama wa Mello-samaだよ. でも Dopey wa motto tsuyoii, much stronger than that. So I remember the scene was quite simple. I told Dopey and Mello, all right, I'm gonna have you guys over. They're like, okay, sure. What are we doing? What are we doing? They're like, we're gonna do jump rope. They're like, okay, cool. What else are we doing? And then Dopey's like, Bear. You invited us all the way here just to do jump rope. But then what I love about Dopey, right? What I love about Dopey was he looked at me. He dead looked at me. I was like, don't worry, Bear. I'm gonna make this really funny. And I'm like, okay, understands. I understand. And then and then he just came in as Dopey, which was absolutely wonderful. Meloko was actually really funny too, because at near the end, when we're saying bye, we were thinking of ways to like leave the stage funny. Dopey was like, I'm gonna be a horse because I guess Uma Musume? I don't know actually. And Meloko's like, I'm gonna be a horse too. But then Meloko's like, wait. Staff-san, can I do this? And then she just suddenly did the perfect cartwheel, the most perfect cartwheel I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, girl, where the hell? What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? So I think it would have been really funny, because that to be fair, that was like a couple takes after, like I think 2 takes after. But my first reaction was very much the same reaction as you saw on the debut. I was watching Dopey crawling back and Meloko cartwheeling outside, and I was just there thinking, okay. All right, well, that's okay, and then we're gonna go to work now. That was really fun. And then the scene was obviously all the guests came around. We had a lot of fun. The thing about the guests, actually, I'll talk that in my, because I think that's also more behind the scenes. I'll talk that more in my membership stream, but the guest part is a lot more fun than you think. It's basically you have a thing in your ear, and then it's like you hear them talk. It's really cool. I'll talk about it more later. Can Kaicho cartwheel? No. I could probably do a horse though. Let me see here. After that was the cafe scene, right? Cafe scene was really funny too. There's a lot of things I want to talk more about, like the props and stuff. I'll probably, again, like, you know, more behind the scenes stuff I'll talk about in the membership. But like this scene was really funny. Like this entire scene is really funny. This entire scene is really funny. So, oh man, no, I'm gonna save this for later. But it's really funny. basically the rabbits and the bear is not just anyone. It's not just anyone. It's not just anyone. That's all I'm gonna say. And the villains too. Oh, it's not just anyone. There's a lot of stuff to go on to talk about. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. But I will talk about this though. During the cafe scene, there was a part where I did the moi moi kyun, right? There's a part where I did the moi moi kyun. This part right here. I'm just gonna. So, all right. So this is also behind the scenes, but I'll share this with my live audience here. My manager actually reached out to me before my trip and my recording stuff, saying like, Aver, can you just in case pre-record all of your lines? I'm like, yeah, I mean I could do it. It's not gonna take that long. And I remember I recorded the moi moi kyun, in my own room without anyone watching, and I'm like, thank God I'm recording this, right? Because I can't imagine doing this in a room with all the staffs looking at me, the managers looking at me. And then I went there. And manager was like, so you know how we told you to record the stuff, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, yeah, we're not gonna use those anymore. I'm like, oh. so you're saying that for the for the cafe scene, yes, we're gonna have you do the moi moi kyun for the cafe scene. Actually, I have my recording here if you want to listen to it. I actually, yeah, I have it right here. See, this was my recording, right? And something around here was blah blah blah.
Your omurice more oishiku nare, oishiku nare, moi moi kyun.
Was how it was supposed to be, right? It was, a lot more sexy, a lot more deep voice, a lot more like moi kyun, yeah. And I had to do it again. And I remember this specifically. I did that, right? And here's the thing, when this voice I do, with you guys, for you guys, right? It's like, hey guys, my name is Ver. How are you today? Moi moi. That voice. I can't do it in, I can't do it outside. For various reasons. For starters, like, that is technically my quote unquote normal voice, because I when I usually talk, it's around this voice. I'm usually around this volume when I talk. I'm like, hi guys, hey. This is actually how I usually talk. I when I talk to you guys, I kind of talk a little louder, but my voice doesn't project that far. It doesn't. I have a very quiet voice. So I remember when I tried to do that on stage, I was like, my manager was like, all right, so we gotta rehearse this. I'm like, we gotta rehearse this? So I rehearsed the moi moi kyun. I was like, oishiku nare moi moi. And Dopey's like, that's terrible. That's not fair. And it was he and a couple other staff members were like guiding me, kind of directing me on how to do a proper moi moi kyun. Meloko, of course, being Ojo, apparently went to all of the maid cafes in the world. I don't know if that's true, but she did tell me like, oh, from my understanding, like you have to like do it in a more cutesy way. And that's how I ended up doing the more cute version in the stream, which was more like, and then I got the voice down, right? And Dopey's like, what are you doing with your hands? One of the staff members actually pointed this out to me. It's like, so in her experience, because she actually did go to a bunch of maid cafes, like, you gotta use your like finger hearts or like, make a heart with your hands That didn't properly work with my fingers, the tracking, yada yada. So I did what you see on the screen. I did a little bit of this thing. And then the bunny was just staring at me. Menacingly. Yeah, they'll be backseated everything. So thanks to that, it all worked out, I think. Thanks to that, it all worked out. Oh, sick. Oh, here's the image that they brought here. So during one of the guest scenes, I thought this was awesome. And I'll talk about this more in depth as well later. But this was so fun. The Kara senpais really wanted to see the best of me, clearly. Like they put in a lot of effort to make sure that I wouldn't be off simply easy. Like they, I think it was this was I believe this was Jiu senpai's pose, and I remember Jiu was very much like, all right, so I'm gonna craft this to the perfection, right? And then you just like put your hands to your chin, put your other arm to your put your leg on the chair, and it was it was so much direction, and it was a lot of fun. This one was good. I'm glad. And this is actually there was a scene. Let me ask Mat-san if you could figure this out. Mat-san, can you get the... Of course, after that, the one of my special guests came here, and that is, of course, this scene was cool. Did this scene surprise anyone? I'm wondering. Did people? I really do wonder. Did people like assume like Kagami Senpai was gonna come? Yeah. Yes, some people did guess. Some people could guess. I honestly did. What if I didn't? What if I didn't? Maybe I should have just like nods, and I would be like, meh, yeah, that's right. No, now that you guys say that you expected it, I'm like, maybe I just should have surprised you by not doing it at all. Damn. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done it. No, but it was, I mean, without a doubt, a lot of fun, right? A lot of fun. I have so much. Okay. I know I'm like milking this by now, but like I have so much to talk about Kagami Senpai. I genuinely have so much to talk about. So if you guys do have I'll talk about it a lot in the membership stream. But like Kagami Senpai was just, oh man, he is incredible. He is absolutely incredible. That's all I'm gonna say for now. But he like I had a script for him, obviously, but a lot of the lines that he did was very much him. It was just him. Really cool stuff. It was really cool stuff. The mecha was my idea. I'm like, hey, well, if we're gonna have Kagami Senpai, like, so okay, so here's the thing. I remember when I first storyboarded this, it was really funny. I was like, all right, so okay, hear me out, manager, hear me out. All right, I'm listening. It's like, so we're gonna have Kagami Senpai come, right? We're gonna have Kagami Senpai come. Kagami is gonna come, and they're like, okay, I'm listening, and then we're gonna ride a robot. They're like, oh, okay. and then we're gonna ride a robot to space. Okay. Then in space, there's gonna be a table in the middle of space for no reason. There's just gonna be a table in the middle of space. I'm just like, wait, hold on. When you say space, do you mean like the yes, the universe? Manasan, the universe. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. What are we gonna do with that? We're gonna play card games. We're gonna play card game. We're gonna play no, not card games. We're gonna play card games. So you know you can't say Yu-Gi-Oh. You're not supposed to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I know it's not Yu-Gi-Oh. It's card game. We're gonna play card games. It's like, alright, let me get this straight. You're gonna, after the cafe scene, you're gonna ride a robot, you're gonna fly to space, and you're gonna play card games with your big brother there. That's my dream, man. That's what I live for. That's why I came to existence. This is the only reason why I'm here. So we made it happen. Oh, dude, the robot also has there's also a little surprise in the robots. Oh no, y'all be this robot is not just any robot, by the way. I just want to say there's a very funny story behind this robot as well. I'm gonna talk about that again in the behind the scenes. That's right, but like this was really funny too. Anyway, so after that we, of course, went to space. Let me just download these images. Thank you so much, mods. Thank you so much. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. That's a really cool shot. No, oh man, like just look. Oh wow, that's that's so good. That's good. Actually, that reminds me, isn't there like a exclusive screenshot that I had? I forget. Let me ask my manager if he's still awake. Do you hang the... I mean, with the space and all, with the clouds in the back and all that stuff as well. Of course, the card games in space it came to real life. I mean, I think this. I mean, and what I was really happy about was my storyboard was, first of all, stick men, so it was very rough, and I didn't really have too much direction of exactly how I wanted this to look. But then the director just really pulled through. The director looked at my basically incredibly low quality kind of storyboard, and I was like, I know exactly. Don't worry, I know exactly what you want. And then they created this scene. And I'm like, oh my god, this director is actually God. This director is actually Kami-sama. Oh my god, that came out so nicely. Look at the perfect angle. The staff did put in a lot of effort into it, and I am forever grateful. Kaiba no mokuba. I guess so, yeah. And just look at that. I mean, just look at the poses we have. It's such a... What I really enjoyed about the scene was just how distinct kind of our characters are. Kagami-senpai is very, I'm the boss, I'm here to beat you. No, not beat you, I'm sorry. I'm the boss, but I'm really cool. And I saw that in person, that was so cool. And I'm just kind of standing there, I'm just like, hey. Hey, I want to play games. Yeah, hey. No, that was really cool. Really awesome. And so when I was doing it, of course, I was thinking, what would be a really cool monster that Kagami-senpai could summon? We were limited in, of course, the assets we could use. The dragon I use, actually, believe it or not, I think is the same dragon that Scarlet used in her 3D, if you want to check that out. But I summoned it, calling it... This is kind of funny too, but I'm going to share this as well as behind the scenes. But we discussed among the staff and me and the managers, I was like, what am I going to call this dragon? Because if you guys are longtime fans, you guys know my favorite card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the Red Eyes Black Dragon. Such a cool card. Honestly fits me very well. And I was thinking, okay, well, we can't call it that, right? We can't call it that. So we're like, okay, how about the Crimson Dragon? And they're like, no. Crimson Dragon is a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! So we can't use Crimson Dragon. It's like, okay. How about it's like a demonic dragon. So how about the red demon's dragon? No, that's also Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay. So it's a horned dragon. So how about it's like the like it's like a white horn, like a horned dragon is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I'm like, okay. So we we can't talk. And I remember Kagome senpai too was just sitting down there, was like, これはちょっとやばいね。これはYu-Gi-Ohカードで。I'm like, So I remember we settled on Vermillion Dragon because my last name is Vermillion. Obviously, Vermillion is a color and it's a red dragon. And even then, we were kind of like a little iffy because there's technically a Yu-Gi-Oh card called Vermillion Dragon Mech. And we're like, nah, come on, like Yu-Gi-Oh can't take it. They can't copyright strike us for a Vermillion Dragon Mech. That's crazy. So we settled on Vermillion Dragon. Thank God it worked out. Now Yu-Gi-Oh has like, I don't know what the law behind that is, but it has a lot of cards. And I decided for Kagome Senpai, I was thinking, well, this scene, what it's supposed to symbolize is. Like, it's, how I basically woke up, it's like sort of a dream, sort of not really a dream. That's up to your interpretation. But basically in this scene, Kagome Senpai is summoning Sair. Sair is, for people who don't know my lore, maybe people just came and checked me out, which again, thank you so much if you did. The tiger Sair is basically the embodiment of a soul that lives within me. He's basically my arch nemesis, my alter ego kind of character. And he's the guy I'm trying to beat up. He's kind of like the nightmare that haunts me, basically. So in the beginning of the scene, in the whole the 3D, I was haunted by nightmares by Sair, and Kagome Senpai is basically here as my big brother, teaching me, I'm going to make you face your nightmares. What is the best way to fight your nightmares? Obviously in a card game. Because how else? I mean, villains, like chat. Like, how else would you fight your nightmares other than challenging it to a card game? So that's what he did. And Kagome Senpai basically asks, hey, who is your strongest card? What is the card that makes you get up, basically, and pushes you forward? And for me, that creature, that monster, that card was, of course, right there. It's my boy, it's my girl, my Vermillion, let's go! And I thought that it meant a lot. It was very symbolic. So I summoned my villain. I summoned my Vermillion in face-up position! It came out very nicely. I don't know if you noticed, but I specifically asked my stepson to not turn on the fire until this moment. So if you look at the 3D debut, at least I think so. I think that's still the case. But if you look at the 3D debut, basically the villain doesn't have any fire until this moment. Now the only thing was, it's also a little bit of behind the scenes, but the villain was supposed to be a little more menacing. The villain was supposed to kind of like roar, kind of like attack with its paws. But its arms are too short. Its arms are too. Hi, Kaz. Its arms are just too short. So that like, believe it or not, that's the villain being menacing. Yeah, it's trying its best. It's trying its best. It's really trying its best. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Vermillion. Thank you so much, obviously, the staff sign behind the Vermillion. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's really cute. It came out really nicely, and I'm very, very happy that it did. And of course, there is the scene in the end. Actually, Mod-san, if you could get that as well. There's a scene at the end, near the end, where I basically run with my Vermillion towards Sair, and there was actually a really cool moment. I don't know if you noticed, but the transition between the scene where I'm looking down to the Vermillion into the scene where I'm looking at the Vermillion but in Sair's world, that was really cool too. That's actually took a lot of work because the way 3Ds work is that you can't just switch background scenes anytime you want. Like, that's not how it works. So I remember I was looking. We memorized the positions we were standing, and we looked down at the, and you know the staff stand kind of like quote unquote looked up. So my villain was looking up at me. I was looking down at my villain, and we did the exact same position. You know, we went out and we went the exact same position, and we changed the stage, and it was really tricky, but it really worked out. It really worked out. Hey, Dopey. It really worked out, and I was really happy about that. Dopey Ray, thank you so much. And of course, that led to one of my favorite scenes, personally. I mean, this scene, I think only longtime fans will really understand. What raid? Just like, Dopey, thank you. Oh, I see. I thought someone. No. Thanks, Dopey. Thank you. Actually, yeah, you wouldn't be streaming over me, would you? I thought the scene was really cool. I thought the scene was really cool. I was in your 3D, that's true. That is, the man was in my 3D. Yeah, he just came back from his jump rope sessions after becoming a horse. I was really happy with the scene. And this is also behind the scenes, but I am going to share it right now before I move to my membership. But we did this scene about 10 times. We did this scene about 10 times. And I remember I was really tired by the end. But the reason why we did this scene 10 times was because and I quote, my manager literally said this, I run like I'm I run like a normie, basically. I run like a salary man. I run like a normie. So, and I was like, because he's like, I run so uncoolly that I had to do a lot of retakes, and I never thought of that myself, but like because I guess when I'm running, I do kind of look like I'm just a very generic like salaryman running. Like you've imagined it, like I don't know, like maybe in like Beverly Hills or something. Is that the right? No, Silicon Valley. No, Beverly Hills, I think. Yeah, Beverly Hills. But that's where the rich people live, right? You know, and you just imagine like some like like some like maybe like 30-year-old white woman just kind of like jogging down the sidewalk with like her arms kind of like going left and right. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no aura while running. That's pretty accurate. Yeah. So I remember doing that about 3-4 times, and then it was so funny. One of the staffs behind the scenes, I believe he was the he was not the director, but he was like I think it was the sound director, the sound engineer. One of the engineers came out and was like, right there, I'm gonna teach you how to run. And then he did the coolest, most anime run I have ever seen in my life. And I was like, this can you do it for me? No, but and then I basically emulated what that staff son did, and that's how this scene came to be. It was so basically what I'm trying to say is my run was so bad that literally the backstage staff had to come out and teach me how to run. Yeah, no. The staff was like, "There's no way he's running like this. There's no way. No. We're not gonna spend any more time on this." And he came out, and then he showed me how to do it, and I finally got it done. Very, very happy. And the poor villain next to me had to just follow me around for the run. So like we were both sweating. I'm like, But it all came out very nicely. It all came out very, very nicely, and we had this really cool battle moment against Sarah. And in case you guys don't understand, at the end, basically this is a moment where, and this is lore, by the way. This is now lore. This moment symbolizes that I have indeed defeated the Sarah inside of my soul, or at the very least, my nightmares and fear against Sarah has been vanquished, basically. That's lore. That's lore. I mean, if you look at this scene, I believe this is the scene after. I think. But basically, this is a scene where I'm looking very hungry. I'm just kidding. I'm actually, it was good because I didn't eat that donut you gave me, right? You like, gave me the donut, and I was like, I really wanted to eat it, but I was like, nah, I'm just no. So this scene is basically, it's supposed to symbolize my necklace. I'm looking down on my necklace, and you know, yada yada. So yeah, that was scene cuts, and of course we had the two little special moments that I will probably talk, because time is running out and I am a busy man, unfortunately. Yeah, you know something's wrong when he refuses donuts. Yeah, you know me, exactly. He's actually still alive? Well, that's just a theory. Of course, there's this scene as well, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the scene, obviously. I mean, it's just great. It really is. It really is. I don't know who thought this would be a great angle to get. I'm just gonna quickly say this. The camera work was not only done by, like, you know, various cameras across the studio, but also there was a hand camera. I think I'm allowed to say that, but there was a hand camera that followed me around, and that hand camera person not only was super handsome and kind of my type, but you know, I'm totally straight, but also incredibly professional. Like, he knows exactly the perfect angles to, like, you know, like capture me and stuff. Like impeccable, actually so good. Like this angle too. Like, this angle was literally him. He was like there, and then he had the guys chill. Look, listen, man. I could appreciate handsomeness. Okay, it's okay. Just chill. I let me like, there's nothing wrong with appreciating good-looking people. That doesn't make me gay or anything. Okay. Anyway, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with. I don't know. I'm just gonna say, I don't want to be canceled. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being that. It's a good thing. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm like, wait, did I say that? Did I say that menacingly? Okay, don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to be canceled. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, happy Pride. Happy belated Pride Month. This scene was really cool. I was singing Lemon because I really like Yonezu. I think he's a great singer, and I do feel like my vocal range actually does more or less align. More or less. Like, obviously he's so much better of a singer than I am, but so much better of a singer than I am, but you know, my range is more or less similar to his. So I tried my best to sing it, and hopefully it came out nicely. I can't share this yet. Oh, can I? Maybe no. I'm gonna keep this as a secret until I actually release. But of course, there was mixing behind this, and the person who mixed it happens to be the same mixer. Oh no, I'm gonna leave this for behind the scenes. Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna leave this for membership. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna leave this for my membership. But the mixer was great. And but this scene was cool, and I remember when I was singing Lemon, I sent it, and they didn't really give me, like, you know, what sort of, you know, they gave me some ideas for stages. I'm like, I don't really have any ideas for stages, but it was really funny because the director was like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put you in church. We're gonna we're gonna put you in church. We're gonna throw you into a chapel, and we're gonna make you sing in church. I'm like, all right, and hallelujah. And there was a scene. I don't know if Mods got it, but there was a scene. I mean, I'm sure you guys remember. There was a scene where I was kneeling. I was kneeling in front of the stained glass. And I just remember how my manager really wanted me to say this. That was my manager's idea. My manager was like, you know, Ver, we have this really cool stained glass. How about you use it by kneeling there, and you know, it would be a really cool moment. I'm like, sick. All right, actually that's a great idea. Yeah, why not? Yeah, no, that's a great idea. So I did it, and it came out really nicely. I think it came out really nicely. I think the song came out really nicely as well. I'm not gonna say I ate it up. I obviously, I could do a lot more practicing, but I think it came out very nicely. And of course, last but certainly I don't know why I said it that way. Certainly not least. Oh man, like just. Oh, this is a cool scene. I really hope you guys enjoyed the song. And again, a proper version with proper mixing with the music video. It's going to be released very soon. Probably in I think next month. Speaking of next month, I should be back. Just no promises, but I should be back next month. I think that'll be it. Next month I should be like actually back. But that's then, and I think around then I'll probably release my OG song as well. OG-san, the OG original song as well. But I was thinking if I really wanted to make this special, I really should show this at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. The lyrics was by me. Instrumental obviously not by me. I wish I was that talented, but I wrote the lyrics myself, and I wrote it with the idea of really wanting to convey just how I feel about, well, it's, and the last thing I'll say before I end the stream and move to my membership is this song was basically kind of my way of expressing myself to you guys. It's I've been on hiatus for a long time and I've been working very hard, and frankly speaking, there was just a lot of things that were very difficult, right? A lot of troublesome stuff, very stressful stuff, and frankly there's a lot of ups and downs, of course. So it was kind of, and of course you could interpret this any way you want. That's the beauty of songs. But for me, in my way, the reason why I wrote the lyrics that way was because I wanted you to hold my hands, basically. I'll be fine, so please just hold my hand. It kind of symbolizes just how much you guys mean to me. Throughout these hardships, what really kept me going was the support of people who cared about me and I care about. And of course, my friends are included, of course, but among them is you. It's you, my villains, my fans who, after like, what, 8 months or something of just, like 8 months, maybe like 5 streams or something, you guys still remembered me, still support me, still waited for me, still sent affirmative messages to me, and all these nice things to me, and you guys waited for me, and I was really, I remember one of the highlights of my day, and frankly it's probably very unhealthy, but really it is and the reason why I can't let go of Twitter and social media is because that's where you guys are. Like every time, and maybe we should move to a different platform, right? I heard the neighbor blog, the neighbor cafe, that's pretty cool. I'm just saying. I go on Twitter and I see you guys draw me, post about me, laugh about me, make fun of me, frankly, and it means a lot. So, and that's why I had this little message at the end. I'm gonna send it to you guys just in case you guys didn't read it. I'll read it out loud for you guys. And after that, I will move to my membership. My villains, whether you've been here since the beginning or joined somewhere along the way, your support has meant more to me than I can ever put in words. And that's true. That's true. I could never express just how much your support actually meant to me. So genuinely, you've seen the highs, the lows, for sure, and everything in between. Everything silly in between, everything funny and crazy and wild in between. And you're still here. That means so much to me. I promise, I'll never take that for granted. Thank you. Love, Ver. That's it. Thank thank you again, everyone who came to my 3D debut. And with this, of course, I will be vanishing again, unfortunately. But I do have a membership stream right after this, but, you know, for everyone who is watching, I just want to say I'll be back as soon as I can. And seriously, I really appreciate the support. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully the 3D debut was everything you guys imagined. I think that's the biggest thing I wanted to say. Hopefully everything, the 3D debut was everything you hoped for and everything you imagined. And that's really what I'm hoping for the most. So yeah. Go watch it again. What are you guys waiting for? Go watch it again. You're not cool? That was really cool stuff, no? Look at this. Are you really not going to watch again a 3D debut where literally there's a moment, huh? There's literally a moment like this, huh? Huh? Are you not gonna watch this again? Huh? Are you telling me? Are you telling me you're not gonna watch this? I can't wait to do more 3D stuff in the future once I get the proper tools.
안 볼 거야? Are you not gonna watch it again? 안 볼 거야? Have a good day.
No, alright, I'm gonna move to my membership stream. I do need to also get some work done today as well. So I'm gonna quickly end here and move on. But seriously, thank you guys so much for your support. I'll miss you guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. And I'll see you soon. My villains. Ah, suge. That was awesome. I also really like how they implemented this scene as well in the ending. It was really cool, no? The transition from like the ending screen to the stream. I thought that was really cool too. Just me? No? Just me? I thought that was pretty sick. Thank you so much.